All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Link to the Past Randomizer main tournament qualifiers. I am your host, Logic, and I am joined by Matt Cap, my co-host.
Hello, Logic.
How you doing today, Matt Cap?
Thank you. Very well. Thank you. Excited for this race. And how are you doing?
I'm doing good. We're kind of coming in hot here because of the stream delay. Had just a few issues getting set up. And our tracker has been dutifully in here tracking for us, so it looks like we have a hookshot, fire rod, and a bottle and ether on both of our runners, and they are in Kakariko right now.
Yeah, it's always great. We did get to do the back of escape. We do have bombs for that, so that's sorted out. Also see we have regular crystals in the light world. Oh, wow, and we have the flute over there.
I didn't see the flute. Yeah, that's good. That's a good start. So this is if you missed the beginning because the stream was down, this mode is standard hard. And what that means is it is a standard start, which means we start from the we start basically in the normal rain state if you were playing the vanilla game, and we go through the escape sequence, rescue Princess Zelda, go through the whole sequence, turn her in at the sanctuary, and then generally head to Hyrule, or you can go wherever you want after that. And it's hard mode, so we have reduced hearts, maximum of tempered sword, no mail upgrades, only up to fire shield instead of the mirror shield, which you can normally get, and no silver arrows.
Yeah, and we see a glove and the magic mirror in the Kakariko well, so, well, this is a loaded start for sure.
And that's why they call it Stackariko. Our runners today are In the Name of DT and WillardJBradley. In the Name of DT has done 4 qualifiers so far. He has a score. Let me just check my notes here.
He has 100, a 94, a 66, and a 65.
You're more prepared than I am. Basically, he needs to score about an 80 to have a chance to stay in the qualifiers. Better would help, of course. And this is WillardJBradley's first qualifier.
Yeah, so let's remember, in these qualifiers, we have to play a minimum of 5 races, and the best and the worst scores will be dropped. So Willard can play a little bit more aggressively or safe if he wants, or as however he wants, really, because if he gets like a really bad race, he can always be the dropped one. In the name of DT, on his side, he really needs a decent score here.
Right, and in a qualifier with a lot of racers, you're generally playing for consistency. And instead of taking risky gambles like you might in a one-on-one race, Willard might be able to do that. But generally, you're going to want to check more locations, just play a little safer than you would. Maybe go out of your way to do slower checks instead of skipping things.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, one of these checks we can easily escape, like Schoolwoods or even Eastern Saha early, something like that, can really cost in the long way when we are running against, like, I think it's like 120 players today, or 109, something like
119 that. Was the count when I checked the room. And yeah, you'll see runners doing things like Agina here, which is common to skip. You'll see them do Ice Rod Cave. Usually see them fully clear out Sphere 1 in the Light World before heading into the Dark World, even if they get early Dark World access.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the early flute, you can just get these checks out of the way and be calm. So the score works, if I'm correct. We get a medium score, which is from the 5 top times of the qualifier. And then descending score depending on how close you are to that score.
Right, that's generally how it works. I'm actually not 100% familiar with the math myself, but yeah, it is based on the average of the top 5 times.
Yeah, and this hookshot, fortunately, is going to work wonderfully here, as we don't have any other weapons aside from the fire rod, and it's always better not to waste that magic.
Well, Willard also deploying B strats there, which I'm always a fan of.
Whoa. Yeah, totally. We do get the Moon Pearl there.
Moon Pearl, yeah, that's a nice early find.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that Moon Pearl will enable us, if we want to do fake flippers and check most of the Sora region. Let's see if they decide to do it. They have over 1,000 rupees, so they absolutely can. Let's see.
Yeah, that would be something else I would not be surprised to see. They could, with this equipment, they could feasibly splash delete to check Zora Ledge if they know how to do that. That is kind of tricky to do. It's one of the harder splash deletes, in my opinion.
Yeah, totally. That as well.
Really just depends on if there's something up there.
Well, yeah.
Our runner's doing a little virtual high five there as DT flutes to Ice Rod Cave and Willard flutes to do the fake flipper.
Yeah, and straight to the Zora region. Not gonna see Hobo for now. I mean, you are thinking about Zora, maybe, which is the only check in this region in logic. Maybe you want to do what you have on the way to there.
Oh, DT gonna skip out on doing those Zora checks and is instead gonna head to the mountain.
Yeah, and we get the magic powder for Willard, which might be nice in the long run. We never know where those flippers are going to be. And well, we also get a fairy in the bottle, which is, I mean, it's not nice. It's nice.
And in addition to just being a nice, as a check, it's also a really nice safety. In hard mode, you can take a lot of damage in Mire and in Turtle Rock and in GT, and there's a lot of anti-fairies in those dungeons.
Yeah, and it just allows you to be more calm, just go quick, right? Like, even if you don't die in the end, you don't have to play as safe. Okay, and that Zora LED check was extremely quick.
I didn't see what was there, no. Chat asking about the tracker. We are aware the tracker is not updating. We're working on it.
Yeah, we really have, so hookshot, mirror, flute, fire rod, not much else, I believe.
Moon Pearl did.
Oh yeah, and Moon Pearl.
A hammer in Spectacle Rock Cave. Gonna pick that up. I believe that gives us Dark World access.
Yeah, that gives us Dark World access, and it also enables us to finish Hera. Have something to damage Moldorm with, so, and we also have the fire rod in case we have to do the basement.
I want to point out Willard and DT both did the Old Man Rescue in the dark without a sword, which is not as easy as it sounds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we do have the hookshot to help us a bit over there, but yeah, it's got to be hard. And I mean, and both of them are sequence break into the mountain as well. Well, no, because I have the flute. Sorry, the only sequence break Old Man.
Right, and it's good to get that flute spot or the save and quit spot just for the health refill, if nothing else. Looks like DT is going to go ahead and do Hera. It is a crystal, good to get it out of the way. With that hammer, Moldorm's a pretty quick fight. Willard's got to be careful. Those Tektites the red Tektites do 2 hearts of damage. He decides to just go the safe way.
Yeah, let's see, Will, we've already seen 1 item in Hera, so let's see if we see Hera pot or not.
And that was the Magic Cape, which is another good safety, and it gives you access to Spike Cave and Bumper Ledge.
So we are gonna get the big key of Hera, just playing it safe.
Yeah, he could Hera pot, but if there could be an item in the big chest, I guess it's just runner's preference.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a little bit risky at this point. If some important items like the Titan Meats are there, that can be devastating. And we see the Ice Rod in Paradox Cave.
We will not be hunting for that ice rod today, and with the number of crystals in the light world, odds are it's probably a pendant anyway.
Yeah, we actually already saw a really quick map check by DT.
You not believe how much you come to rely on that tracker, and when it's not working, everything just... it all falls apart. Alright, so nothing on the floating island there.
And let's see if this slow spiral cave is worth it.
Chat's telling us that Mushroom was on Zora Ledge. I don't know where they got that information, but I'll trust Chat, I guess.
Well, that mushroom could be anything.
Except another mushroom, you know.
Yeah, and the name of DT just decided to skip the bomb jump.
If you're not 100% confident in that bomb jump, it is better to just take the drop, because if you fall there, you do lose a lot of time.
Yeah, and with no sword for the setup or no boots to go back from going with the hookshot, yeah, for sure. Yes. Better to just play it safe in a qualifier like this. Like, you really are playing for your chance to enter the tournament, so like a really dumb death here or a couple of drops could really like make you like feel really behind at the start and make you not make the best place further ahead in the race.
Right, it's like you mentioned earlier, DT's he's just taking it slow and steady. He doesn't need to get a top time, he just needs to get a good time.
Yeah, for sure. And Willard getting his hammer over there? Nice, starts getting the bomb jump.
Oh, apparently Desert Palace was a pendant. It was a green pendant. Not a whole lot of health so far. And we have, red crystal on Skullwoods and Turtle Rock and a red pendant Mire, and I didn't see where the other pendant was.
Bomb Palace.
Swamp. Okay, that's always a relief to see. I can live with Pendant Mire and Pendant Swamp. I can especially live with Crystal TR if you get the Ice Rod right away.
Yeah, totally. That's nice for sure. So both runners are gonna backtrack each other's steps right now. They aren't gonna find much really in the mountain, and after this, they should go to the Dark World.
Yeah, that'd be about what I'd expect.
I think like the safer option would be to go to Hype Cave. Get a little bit of extra items since we are swordless and really low on hearts. But I mean, you can go straight to Thieves Town.
I don't... This is where not having the trackers coming in. I don't know if that can actually kill blind with what they have right now.
Well, they have the hammer.
Oh, right, they do. Yeah, well, with this health, I wouldn't try that, but these runners are better than I am, so...
Yeah, especially with 4 or 5 hearts. Oh, it's scary. And the sword would be really nice to be able to do Schoolwoods. Get a red crystal out of the way soon.
Well, again, I wouldn't try Skullwoods with this health either, but...
Yeah, not the... I mean...
Yeah, while these runners are kind of retracing each other's steps, do be sure to follow them. They're putting on a good show for us. We got their Twitches up in chat here.
Did In the Name of DT skip Spiral Cave?
He did it. He was up top because he was coming from Hera, so he went Spiral Cave down to Paradox.
Oh, okay. He does come a bit ahead. It's hype cave gonna be today.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as Hype Cave here.
Well,
that's not too bad, honestly.
Yeah, I mean...
one piece of progression there.
Yeah, I mean, Pod and Eastern could be a play right now, for sure. We do have the Fire Run, at least, for the Dark Room with the Turtles.
I think Pod might be where DT's going right now. Or getting a potion, maybe.
Yeah, getting a couple of potions. I do think this is for the Dark Rooms, I guess. Well, blind as well. Let's see. Yeah, Pod and Eastern. Having the mirror, the bow and everything. Yeah, we just got the bow in Hype Cave. So, like, the mountain into Hype Cave into Pod and Eastern seems like the sensible option. Let's see if the lack of sword and the lamp doesn't give us any problems. Let's see if Saha had anything waiting for us in the closet.
No, that's not too bad. I mean, more health.
Yeah, and another fairy. I mean, at least at this point, we are absolutely safe for Pod. We should be okay. So we are not going to regret this. A little bit maybe of a low percent play. Even though it's probably better than Thieves Town, to be honest. Without a sword, it's a little bit uncomfortable. And Willard checking Spike Cave? Gonna be very close. Oh my god. We do have a ferry, I believe. Okay. So, I mean, we did get this check out of the way, which is nice. A little bit more tricky-some. And, well, Willard, for now, following the same route.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Find his bow now. Yeah. And let's see. Probably going to Pod as well.
I mean, with that bow, they can knock out Pod and Eastern in one go here. They got the mirror, so it'll be that's just too good to pass up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at this point, I think you want to wait to go to the Thieves Town area, to the Village of Outcasts, to have ideally both the Titan mids and a sword, so you can do everything in the area. But something more, at least. And here you can do everything, so...
And, you know, you'd expect there to be some kind of progression in here, getting that bow. And I guess they don't have the lamp yet, but the Fire Rod puts some chests and logic in here, and Armos might be in logic depending on where the big key is in Eastern.
Yeah, but Willard is going to follow that shovel. We see 20 rupees in Stumpy. Oh, and 3 bombs in... the flu spot, unfortunately. Let's see if Cave 45 or the digging game give us something. I mean, if we don't find much progression in the right side of the world, it will be nice to just get this out of the way and then be able to do the north route for graveyard alerts or something like that, but... Ooh. But we see the flippers over there in K45, and I mean, this enables us to complete Swan Palace, which is a pendant, but I mean, it could be a play. A bit risky, probably.
I'd be kind of surprised to see that anybody do that while there's still crystals on the board that they can clear.
Well, it does allow us to get that mushroom.
That's true. TT gonna do a bomb jump here. And we saw a big 20 on Dig Game.
Yeah, I mean, unless there is something in Swan Palace, those flippers would be required by logic, but not necessarily, since can of course finish Ice Palace no problem without them. So
Yeah,
let's see if those flippers pay off.
Yeah, you'd only start getting sweating a little bit if Ice Palace and Swamp Palace were pendants and you found the flippers. So it looks like DT picked up half magic in the Dark Maze.
Yeah, not really much else.
This is the Link to the Past main tournament qualifier, number 11. It is a hard standard seed.
Yeah, this is actually a race with 119 players.
We are spotlighting these two runners.
Willard gonna check the island, I think. Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, you're gonna want that.
Yeah, I mean, that sword is pretty big right now. We can go to Schoolwoods. We can just finish it, which is nice. A red crystal, of course. And it's going to be nice in general for everything.
That is kind of a heads-up play from Willard, because that is something else that those flippers put into logic right away.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And yeah, Willard getting that sword there, which is really nice right now.
I think he might be headed to Hobo.
Yeah, might even go into the pyramid. I mean, since...
That'd be good to loop it in, and then he could maybe even go to Catfish. Who knows? The world is his oyster.
Yeah, totally. Maybe you can save Catfish for North Route or something like that, but let's see what Hobo has.
Meanwhile, DT fighting Helmasaur. DT didn't find progression in Pod, I believe, but he did find half magic, which is always fun.
Yeah, let's see this last chance in Helmasaur. No, but I mean, at least we got a crystal, and we had no problem in the dark runes. We went just as quick as almost, so that's always nice. And yeah, Willard, get into the pyramid now. Let's see what's here waiting for us. It can be a really uncomfortable tech to do, to be honest. And let's see where this takes him. Meanwhile, DT going into Eastern.
So that was DT's second crystal.
Yeah, and let's look where the key pops up to see if this would be in logic or not, even though obviously pod wasn't. Oh, okay.
Yep, it's definitely in logic with that fire rod.
Yeah. Oh, and Willard is gonna route in Graveyard Ledge.
So for those of you who do not know, thanks to V31 advanced logic, if you have the fire rod and there are torches in a room, the game expects you to be able to light those torches and get through the room with the fire rod. And there are torches in the back here in the Eastern Dark Room that leads to Armos. But there are not torches in the Dark Room that leads to the Vanilla Big Key Room, so that would not be in logic with just the fire rod. You need the lamp for that, logically, which nobody cares about because the Dark Room that leads to the Big Key Room is super easy.
Oh, and we see the book over there in Graveyard Ledge, and this could be quite big. I mean, I don't know. Right now, DT is definitely ahead in crystals, but Willard is finding some items right now.
Yeah, Willard has definitely been focused on clearing the overworld, while DT has just been rushing crystals. This is very different approaches. Neither is necessarily better than the other, but you know, it just pays off depending on where the items are. And that book could be super important because, well, that could that could be our only desert access. The flute could, well, actually no. You know what? I guess the mitts could be locked in desert.
Yeah,
that's the only way that book could be required.
Well, I mean, one of the tablets can always give you a fun time. Let's see what Catfish has here.
DT finding his first sword in the vanilla big key chest of pod. Oh.
Okay.